Yo. Welcome into the top of the bleachers. We are live on October the 15th, 2024. In today's show, we're going to make our SEC picks. I got a couple other stories that we can talk about for a minute as well. Before we do, though, be sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons for us. We really appreciate that. And Tuck, what's up, man? Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. It was a heck of a day. Cooled off a lot down here. It's actually kind of chilly tonight. Wind's blowing hard. I like it. Still
Yes,
got the
it's cooled
top.
off here too.
Still got the tops off the Jeep though. I'm gonna until I get frostbite. I'm running with them tops off the Jeep.
Nice. Hey, I got a trivia question for you to start off.
Dadgum, right off the bat, you're gonna quiz me. All right.
Right off the bat, I got a trivia question for you. So, the AP college basketball poll came out yesterday, right?
Yep. I think we were 16th.
Yes. All right. There is one coach all
Okay.
time
Calipari.
who has been 4 different programs ranked in the preseason poll. Four different programs.
Okay. All right.
Who's the coach?
Well, I don't think that UMass was ranked, but he was ranked at Memphis. I know he's been ranked at Kentucky. He's ranked now at Arkansas. Was he ranked somewhere else? Did he coach somewhere else? Am I missing something? Was he ranked at UMass?
Pretty sure he was preseason number 1 at UMass.
At UMass? Really?
Sure. I think so, yeah. When Camby came back and all that.
Just because of Camby and all that, huh? Well, okay. All right, I'm going to say John Calipari then.
You are correct, you deadgum wiener. Yes, that's correct. I guess it says something that's 4 different programs. I mean, he's been around a little bit, but to say that I thought they've been done before.
Is the man in his 60s? How old is Calipari?
He's like 65 or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, he got in. I can remember him at UMass. He was like a young and up and coming coach. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now he's like an old fat man coach.
Yeah, I know. Well, that leads me into today was SEC Media Days down at Birmingham, Alabama.
I'm sure that was just enthralling.
It was riveting, let me tell you.
Yeah. The same question asked 18 different ways. Yeah.
Yeah. And Coach Cal has a way of saying the same thing over and over again. So I've heard the same speech from him like 5 times now. Same stories, everything. Pretty much same. So no new news there. The only thing was Nelly got a little bit of a wrist injury. That's how come he's been out. Supposed to hopefully be back before the Kansas exhibition.
Shooting hand? I take it it's his shooting hand.
I don't think so. And they asked him about it. He said it was precautionary, is what he said. So
okay, all right, okay. But I mean, if it ain't a shooting hand, then
yeah. So anyway, SEC Media Days, it looks like a giant waste of time. Everybody shows up. They roll up in there, the coach and a couple players. Mm-hmm. They ask them a couple questions. They did really good. Like SEC Now did the first part of it, and then Paul Feinbaum took over.
Oh my gosh, Paul Feinbaum,
that guy, bro.
I don't understand how these guys end up getting these contracts where they like Paul Feinbaum has a 3-hour show on the SEC network.
Dude, that guy's an idiot. I don't even watch the show. I mean,
he's a snooze fest, is what he is. He
he has the dumbest questions, and then didn't really know. Didn't
do his homework.
Yeah, he didn't know anything about. It's like he's been in football probably for the last 6, 7 weeks or 8 weeks, however long it's been now.
Maybe they didn't have anybody else. Maybe it's a crap job. Like, hey, Paul, you're gonna go cover SEC Media Days.
They should have let the SEC Now guys on. You had Pat Bradley, and the other guy that hosts that SEC Now all the time.
Who's the guy from Kentucky that's always on there? I like him a lot too.
There's some guy from Auburn, Fish Stock or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they did a great job, and they were interviewing the players and doing a like it was really good. It was um I saw Kentucky, I saw Auburn's, I saw
You watch
who else?
any of Rick Barnes's Tennessee Volunteers?
I didn't see him yet. I don't think he had gone yet. I saw Alabama, but yeah. Anyway, it was nothing really interesting come out of there. To be honest with you, it's kind of a
No,
waste of time.
it is a waste of time. It's a total
So
waste of time.
on to the next thing. So I don't know if you heard or not.
I haven't
Devon,
heard nothing, dude. I've been at work all day long.
well, it's officially official.
Officially, he said jet.
So he's a Jet. Devontae Adams is a Jet. He
Okay,
the game ended last
it's
night. You know, the Bills won or whatever.
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers drives home. Uh, Devontae Adams flies the hot red eye on in. He was on. Aaron Rodgers was on Pat McAfee today, right? This morning, and he's doing his
Yeah.
interview or whatever. They're asking him questions, and all of a sudden, Aaron looks over like this, and all of a sudden, Devontae walks to the screen with him. There, he's in the same screen, like you know, it's a coup, man. It's a coup.
It ain't gonna help him none. It ain't gonna help him
Probably
none.
not. They're throwing all the stats up for when they were at Green Bay, and they had all
Yeah,
these touchdowns, all these yards, and I'm
yeah,
like,
that's great.
bro,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. Rogers is old, and
Rogers is
yeah,
so
the other
old,
thing
and
too,
he looked old. He looked old last night, especially on that last drive. The Hail Mary was awesome. He showed that
yeah,
he's still got a cannon. But if you ask him to roll out, or
yeah.
he's it's not a
Adams,
good look.
right? Adams been out the last 3 weeks with a hamstring
Hamstring,
injury.
yeah. All of a sudden it's
Oh,
better,
he's fine. He's good to go for Sunday night. He's good to
right?
go. He's good to go. Ain't that a coincidence?
No, it's not a coincidence, and it ought to be investigated, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, that's official. Like
Yeah.
you said, I agree. It ain't gonna help nothing. I don't think they just fired. Why would you want to go there? I mean, they just fired the coach and demoted the offensive coordinator.
Because Aaron Rodgers is in charge, man.
What a train wreck!
what do they always say? It's the inmates running the asylum.
Oh my gosh, man.
Aaron Rodgers is pretty much taking over the Jets organization, and he's doing what he wants, and he's telling them what he wants, and he better get it right now, or they can kiss their Super Bowl chances goodbye. Well, they're gone. They were gone when you snapped that Achilles, buddy.
I don't know. Let's see, and then let's see. The other thing I had was Jim Harbaugh. We talked about his
Yeah,
had the
he was on to
heart.
wear
What
he's
do
on
you
to wear a heart monitor on the sidelines. I that's something that I threw in the show file.
Yeah,
And
yeah, he's gonna wear that and just keep on coaching. Ain't that crazy?
no, not really. Not really.
Sounds crazy to me.
They thought that I, I know a little kid that they were worried that he might have a heart murmur, because stuff like that is uh, what do they call it? It's your genetics. It's
Mhm.
and so they put a heart monitor on him, and they didn't put any restrictions on him. He could still go to the playground. They still wanted him, because the whole point of the heart monitor is to figure out what's getting you all revved up. But
Yeah,
I think we all know what's getting Jim Harbaugh revved up. I mean, he's a wild
yeah,
man on the sideline. He's constantly yelling.
yeah. I was
I
kind of just
mean,
kidding because I have a friend. I don't know, my my buddy Mike. He's had he has um the, the electrode thing in his chest. Where
the
if his heart
pacemaker.
stops, yeah, it
Oh,
kicks out.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Whatever it is, it shocks him or whatever.
Yeah.
He's had several of those, and he got some kind of monitoring thing, and the doctor knows immediately when something happens. They can doctor might call and be like, I'm noticing something on your thing here that's your thing's out of rhythm or something here. Like they see that stuff
Isn't
like
that
live.
crazy? Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? Like Doc sitting at dinner, after he just played 18 holes and his phone buzzes and he looks down and he's like, "Oh crap, Mike's having a heart attack. I need
Yeah,
a I need to get a hold of Mike."
I know, right?
That's
Uh,
nuts, man.
that is nuts. That's why I was not a doctor. Besides not
Uh,
being smart enough. Anyway, so that's all the breaking news I had for today. There was several other things that happened, but I didn't write any of them down. So,
yeah,
um,
well,
anyway, let's jump into some college footballs.
college
And
football coming up or college football of the past? Which college football
coming
we
up, we
going?
done talked about the past. We don't live in the past, bro. We don't. We don't.
I
We
don't
live in
know. I've been living in the past for the last 2 weeks, brother, and I still got a couple of days of it. Okay.
Time's up, bro. We're moving on. Moving on to the next week. We got
And
some other games going
I
on
hope the
outside
team's
the
looking
SEC,
ahead.
though.
Yeah, I hope the team's looking ahead because I'm still enjoying that win from a week and a half ago.
Yeah, well, time to face the music. Time to do it again.
Oh man. Ugh.
Let's see. So some of the non-SEC games, there was three that I saw that were looked interesting to me. I don't know if
Okay.
you saw any. First one, Nebraska at number 16, Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana 6-0. Is that right?
Yeah,
Undefeated. I
undefeated.
mean,
I think,
Indiana's not known as a football school. I couldn't tell you the last time that Indiana made any noise in their football program.
yeah,
I I
and
can't I can't even name you a player that came from Indiana on football.
me neither. Me neither. Penix played there for a season or two.
Oh, okay. See, I feel
The
like
tra-
that's what Indiana is. They're like a stop on the transfer portal train or whatever.
they're a basketball school. I ain't afraid to say it. So
They are a basketball school. What in the world is going on in 2024? You got Vandy whooping butt, and they're a baseball school, if anything, you
yeah,
know. And then
true.
you got freaking Indiana 6-0.
Army and Navy too,
I
killing
have
it.
to. I got to be honest with you in this one. I have seen Nebraska play. I have not seen Indiana play, so I
Yeah.
have no idea what to expect in this game. And it's bad of me, maybe, but I'm going to root for Indiana because
Uh,
they're undefeated, and it would screw up the college
I'm
football
torn.
thing so bad.
I'm
I
torn. The wife's from Nebraska, and I lived in Indiana for a long time. Like,
yeah, yeah. Come on, man.
yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
torn a little bit. I got a lot of friends that are Indiana fans, so I'm
I
sure
would
they're pumped right now.
I would like to. I'd like for at least for it to be a good ball game.
Oh
Not a
yeah,
blowout. A close ball game. One team wins it at the end. That would be
yeah.
that
I
would
think
be
it will be.
awesome.
I think it
I
will
don't
be.
know. Like I said, I haven't seen Indiana play. I have no idea. I mean, they're 6-0, but I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
they haven't played too many. They haven't played anybody yet. That's like the big dogs yet. They still got those coming. Then we got number 12 Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech's only got one loss.
Georgia Tech's got one loss. That is correct. I
Mm,
think though it might have. Were they one of the first teams that beat FSU this year when FSU was supposed to be as good as they were last year,
I believe
or
so.
or did they get beat by FSU?
Oh, my bad. They're 5-2. My bad.
Oh, okay.
They lost to Syracuse and Louisville.
Really?
They beat Florida State that first week. That was that week one game.
Yeah, but as it turns out, that wasn't that great of a win because Florida State ain't that good.
True. True. They beat North Carolina. Nah,
And Mac Brown underperformed this year.
definitely. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, Notre Dame. They got to beat Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame.
Is it at Notre Dame or is it at Georgia Tech?
Uh, hang on a minute. I lost my page. Hold on, macro. It's at Notre Dame.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd probably take touchdown Jesus in this one,
Probably.
even though I don't like rooting for them. Beating Notre Dame at Notre Dame is tough to do, and if
Yeah.
you've already lost to Louisville and who is the other team,
If
it
it,
don't matter. It don't matter.
you got to figure this a must win for Notre Dame, right? Because they got to.
I don't
They
like
lose this
that.
one.
Yeah, I don't like that must win thing. I mean, I feel like it's a must win for every team. Every time you go out there and play, it's a must
It
win.
is. It is, but I mean, they already lost one. They can't lose two. I mean, that's gonna. I mean, as far as making the playoffs, that's not.
I don't. I,
So
I
it's
don't
Notre
know.
Dame though.
They're not in my top 12 right now. So I
No,
mean,
but they're ranked 12th, which means they probably.
oh my gosh. Let's talk
Yeah.
about their ranking. That's
Yeah.
a
Anyway.
subject. That's a terrible subject.
All right. The other big game I saw, and I'm actually interested in seeing this one, and I think number 24 Michigan at number 22 Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know why Michigan's still in the top 25.
I don't either. I think Illinois is
They,
going to win this game.
they got 2 losses. Do not understand why Michigan is in the top 25.
Yeah, I'm not getting that one either. Let me pull up this other thing here.
Don't get
All
it.
right. All right, dude. Our SEC picks. By the way, I want you to know
Yeah.
our pick'em, our football pick'em, NFL
We
pick'em,
did we
were
go
the
perfect? Did we
were
go
the two
perfect?
no the two guys that went undefeated in our league.
Mhm.
I went 13-1. I went
Yeah.
13-1 and lost.
You went 13-1 and lost, yep.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna move on to college. That hurt me when I saw that. I was like, "What? 13-1? Oh my gosh,
We had 2 undefeateds.
that's crazy.
We
That's
had 2
crazy.
undefeateds going into Monday night.
That's wild. I wish I'd have bet more this weekend." Um. Anyway, all
You
right. So
probably you probably you probably wouldn't have went 13-1 if you'd have bet
you're
more.
probably right. You're probably right. Well, we didn't do so good in our picking on the spread.
Yeah, how'd we
So,
do in that one?
we didn't do so hot with that one. I think we got 8 or something like that, right? So about
Okay.
500 or whatever. 8-5 or 8-6 or something like that.
Spread's tough, man. There were a lot of close
It
ball
is.
games in the NFL this
We dropped. We were first, right?
Yeah.
We dropped all the way to 8th.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's where we belong.
You're not supposed to tell anybody that.
Well, if you're watching this show, I hope you're watching it for pure entertainment because we we have no idea what we're talking about.
No, dude, don't take my picks for real, but I'm gonna give them to you anyway, just because
No,
I keep track
sure.
of them.
Sure, what the heck? Maybe I get lucky one week and I say, you should have listened to me.
All right. Well, here you go. Here you go. I keep track of the yearly record too. Okay, so for SEC games only,
Yeah.
I'm 44-13.
That's pretty good.
You're 40-17. So
Yeah, that's like 70 something percent. That's not too bad.
we both picked pretty good so far. So I'd say
Yeah.
we've done. All right. So for this week, though, let's jump into our SEC picks for this week, week 8.
Week 8 already. Already
only,
week 8. That's crazy, man.
We've only got one game where it's a like somebody's playing a non-conference opponent. So we'll talk about that one first. So we got Ball State at Vanderbilt.
And doesn't this just sound like the kind of game Vanderbilt would drop? Like they beat Alabama, they beat Kentucky, and then they turn around and drop on to Ball State.
I know, right?
Go back to being the joke.
I think
no,
Vanderbilt.
I'm gonna take Vandy in this one. They're a good ball team. They got a good quarterback. I like them. I like their coach. I still say he looks just like Tom Hardy. He looks just like Tom Hardy.
He looks sort of like him. He looks like somebody else I've seen in the movies too. I don't know the guy's name. I can't even think of the movie he was in, but
well, that's helpful.
I know. I'm
That's
horrible
all.
at movies anyway.
That
All
sounds
right. Well,
horrible.
we're both taking Vanderbilt in that one. All
Yeah.
right. Next one up. Here's another one. Auburn at number 19, Missouri. This is another one. And Auburn's 2-4. Or 2 and let's see, hang on a minute. Let me go look at this. Pull up my notes before I start talking. Auburn's 2-4. Missouri is 5-1. Missouri and
2-4, 5-1. And they got to go to Missouri.
yeah.
This is Tiger versus Tiger, by the way. This is Tiger on Tiger violence. Is what this is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, man. I haven't really. I would like Auburn to be better than they are because it would make us look better because we beat them. But
Yeah.
this is a tough task. I'll probably take the Tigers in this one.
Me too. Which Tiger are you taking? The one from Missouri or the one from Alabama?
I'm gonna take the yellow tiger, not the orange tiger. I'm gonna take the yellow tiger.
All right. I'm taking Mizzou as well. I think I want Auburn to upset right there. Like I feel like that could
Yeah, I feel like Missouri is due for another upset, but I'd like it to come last ball game of the year. Actually,
true.
in my opinion, that's what I would like.
I'd like for him to lose a bunch of games before we get to that one, just because.
Well, look at this. Like we just beat number 4 Tennessee, right? Now we got to play LSU, who's ranked, right?
Yes.
And then we got to go to Ole Miss, who's ranked. Right now they are. I don't know if they will be after this week. I don't know who they're playing. And then we got Texas coming to the house. They're going to be ranked. Even if they lose a ball game between here and there, they're still going to be ranked. And then we finally get a break. We get La Tech at home. We'll lose that one. Watch us lose that one.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
And then we got to go play Missouri, who's ranked at the end of the season. So our last 6 ball games, potentially, depending on how every team does, is going to be against a top 25 opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we beat LSU. We might be one of those top 25 opponents. I'm sorry. I started talking about Arkansas.
You picked Missouri to win. No, Missouri ain't been playing that good, man. I don't know about this being upset or not, but I think Auburn might upset them. We'll see.
But you're taking Mizzou.
I'm taking Mizzou.
Oh, okay. Way to cover your bases. Like, I'm going to take Mizzou, but don't be surprised Auburn steps up and wins. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Have some cojones, man. If you think that about Auburn, take them, man.
I don't think they'll win. I think they might. I would be surprised.
I'm like 5 games back of you. Take some chances, man.
No wonder you're trying to talk me into it. Sheesh. All right. Then we got, here we go. South Carolina at Oklahoma. Man. Oklahoma had an all team only meeting yesterday.
Oh, I wouldn't have let anybody else in there either. Yeah. Dang.
They're gonna fix the offense with the team meeting. It's fixed.
Yeah. It's fixed. What about your defense? Fixed. They gave up 30-something points. It's fixed too.
What do you want to do? They can't be on the field for 500 minutes a game. What do you want them to do?
Well, that is true. That is true. I mean, your lack of offense does screw up your defense.
It sucks. They're like the worst offense in the nation. It's ridiculous. They're horrible. Anyway, South Carolina at Oklahoma. Who you taking in this one? Who you thinking?
Man, I went all in for the upset last week. I took OU against Texas, and man, they didn't just lose. They disappointed me so bad. And it's
Yep.
probably my fault. It's probably the first time I've ever taken OU in any game ever.
Yep.
Uh, but
Mm.
this week, man, OU is going to be pissed off. But I don't know if that if that means they're going to play any better. Uh, man, I don't. I think South Carolina is vulnerable. Uh, but
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna have to ride the. I'm gonna have to ride the Cox this week, man. I'm
Uh,
gonna have to ride with the Cox this week.
wow. Okay. Well, shame on me once, but no shame on me twice. Give me those Sooners, baby. I'm taking Oklahoma, man. We're going to win this one. The offense is fixed.
All right, good, good. I
Taking
got a
Oklahoma.
question though. If an offensive team meeting, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or a team meeting, just team only,
Yep.
it ends up fixing your offense. Maybe they should have
Mm.
had this team meeting before the Texas game.
I agree. 100% agree. They should have had this meeting like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, should have had it during spring training. Is when they should have had it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I want them to win so bad this week, so I'm picking them.
Man,
All
if they
right.
don't, they. Uh,
Okay.
I feel for you, man. This is what a Hog fan feels every year, man. I
I
feel for you.
know. I know. I know. It's sad. All right. So we got to see number 7 Alabama at number 11 Tennessee.
Ooh, this is a good ball game right here, man.
At Tennessee, bro. At Tennessee. Mm.
Alabama gets beat by Vandy, and then last week they barely get by their opponent. I can't remember who they were playing.
Let me look that up for you.
Was that Florida? No, it wasn't Florida. Who was it?
No, it was
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yep, 27-25.
Yeah, beat them, but beat them by 2 points, man. That's I took Alabama against the Gamecocks because I was sure that Alabama was going to come out ticked off and looking to whoop
Mm-hmm.
somebody's butt after that Vandy, and I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it at all. Maybe they
Mm.
need to have a team meeting.
They probably do.
Uh,
Yeah.
but at the same time, Tennessee responded with a win. They got a win against somebody after getting beat by Arkansas. So, but didn't look great doing it either, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they beat Florida in
Oh
overtime.
yeah, and Florida gave them that ball game pretty much. That's right.
Yep.
So, Tennessee at home. Tennessee at home. Dang.
Yep.
We beat Tennessee at home one year. I was there.
I was there with you.
When I say we, I mean the Arkansas Razorbacks. But
I
I
was there
was
with you.
there. I felt like I was part of that win that night. Man,
Mm.
man,
Mm. That's a
this
tough
is
one.
this is a tough one, man. You could pretty much flip a coin. You know
Mm.
what? I'm gonna go with the team that I like to see lose the most. So I'm gonna take Tennessee in this ball game because I like watching Alabama lose. I like hearing their fans freak out. I like it
Okay.
when coaches from other teams get fired. So
Yep. Okay. Let me see. Who has a better quarterback? I'd say Alabama. Who has the better defense? Probably Tennessee. Tennessee at home. This one sucks, man.
this might come. This sounds crazy, but this might come down to
Uh,
special teams right here. This might come down to special teams.
I think I'm going to take Alabama.
Bama.
I think
Okay.
I'm going to take Alabama on the road at Tennessee. I just don't. Tennessee's offense is just something's missing the last couple weeks. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's might take Alabama's defense for them to get it right. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I think Alabama does enough to get the win this week, but that's a all right. Next one we got is number 14 Texas A&M at Mississippi State. The old bottom dwellers.
I'll take Texas A&M, man.
I will too. Surprise, surprise. Poor Mississippi State.
Man, I would. You, even though I would lose the pick, you would not see a happier person in the world if Mississippi State would step up and actually win them a ball game right here. That would tickle me pink, man. I'd get such a kick out of that.
Hey man, it's SEC. Anybody can win any week, anytime.
And it's hard to travel. It is hard to travel. I don't care where you're traveling to. Them cowbells get to ringing and get to irritating you, man.
Yeah.
I'm almost talking. I'm almost talking myself into Mississippi State. Almost.
Oh, well, grow a pair.
Don't use my line on me, okay?
Sorry. Okay, who we got next here? Next up is we got Kentucky at Florida.
Yeah, this is actually a tough ball game. Florida played a lot better last week, man. But Kentucky's defense is legit, dude. I mean, they may not have an offense, but their defense is legit.
Yep. And Florida's starting quarterback Mertz, I think he's out for the year.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be the freshman quarterback.
But I didn't think the freshman did that bad when he got in there.
No, he's good. I mean, he's freaking 5-star or whatever.
Which now they're going to be upset at their coach because this kid should have been playing from the very beginning or something like that. At the swamp or at Kentucky?
Swamp.
At the swamp.
Yep. It's not a night game though.
Kentucky just got beat, didn't they?
Oh, it is a night game. It's a night game at the swamp.
Kentucky just got beat though, didn't they?
I believe so. Hang on, let me see here. Kentucky, where are you at?
Vandy beat them.
Yeah, Vanderbilt beat them, but they beat Ole Miss.
Yeah. Ole Miss might be over.
They only lost to Georgia by 1 point.
Oh man.
But then they got throttled by South Carolina. So I mean,
I'm gonna go with.
You never know, man.
Man, oh man! I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with the Gators. I'm gonna take the Gators in this one, man.
All right, I'm taking Kentucky. I just think Napier is on his way to being fired. I don't trust Florida. I think Kentucky's offense it's not horrible, but it's so inconsistent. I guess would be a better word for it. But
it's almost non-existent. If you look at their ball games, it's almost non-existent.
Yeah, it's sometimes, yeah. Well, I hope they get it right this week. I think they will. Florida's not that good. I don't think so. I'm taking Kentucky.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because I kind of wanted to take Kentucky too, so I'm okay with that.
All right, here we go. The big one. Number 5, Georgia at number 1, Texas.
Ooh. Man, I would take Georgia in a heartbeat if they were playing in Georgia. I really would. Texas is a tough place to win, man. We've done it.
Texas is good. Texas is really good.
Texas is good, but are they? I mean, who have they played so far to test them? Oh, you didn't test them.
No, they didn't test them. Let's see here. Let me look at their schedule.
I think this might be their first test.
They beat Michigan, they beat Mississippi State, and they beat Oklahoma. And the rest are cream puffs.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm gonna take
they
Georgia in this ball game.
they have not had a close game yet.
I'm gonna take Georgia in this one.
All right.
I think Kirby ends up pushing one of them down and getting his team fired up. And, you know,
Okay. I'm taking Texas, man. I think they're better. Georgia. I just don't think it's this something's just not right with them. I don't know what it is. They just don't. They're not playing like elite like they
they put
normally do.
up
You know,
30 something points in their last game.
I know, but it was against what Mississippi
The, o-
State, and they
they've
only
only
won by 10.
they've only lost one game. Of course, it was to Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
I'm
taking
gonna take
Texas.
I'm gonna take Georgia.
All right,
I like to see number ones get upset. I'm gonna go with it.
I know you do. I know. Plus, it's Texas. I mean, can't go
It's
wrong about rooting
Texas.
against them. So
There's only so many. Yeah,
then we got.
There's only so many times in a year that I'm actually gonna pick Texas. Okay, they have to like be playing like Tulane or somebody like that.
Okay. All right. Then the last game of the week, number 8 LSU at Arkansas. What you think about this one? Interesting.
Oh, I don't. Even though we won the game against Tennessee, which
Mhm.
was great and everything, and the bye week came at a great time, and we're going to get some players back, and we're getting some people healthy and all that stuff. That's all well and good,
Mhm.
but we still didn't play like the best, most awesome game in the world against Tennessee. We kept the ball away from them, and we squeaked out a couple of touchdowns to win the ball game. It wasn't like we just went in there and whooped their butt.
Our
Okay,
defense played lights out.
lights out.
They did. Even though they almost scored on us at the end, they still. There's,
Uh, man, Nussmeier looked good in the last game. Well, the second half of the last game. Uh, they got a really good running game. Mm.
yeah. Yep.
Their defense can be scored on, but
Yeah. I
Talen's
mean,
got to Talen's got to have enough time to actually throw the ball.
and
And
that's
if
the other thing too is how mobile is he going to be? You know what I mean? That's
well, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull some sort of game time decision and we see, because there was one year where Felipe Franks was banged up and everybody thought he was going to go in game time decision. KJ Jefferson came in, and I mean it sounds like a Bobby Petrino move anyway. Well, all right, we'll use Singleton, but we ain't telling nobody we're using Singleton. That kind of thing. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm going to take the Hogs in this ball game because I always take the Hogs. But we always play LSU close. This always comes down to. It always seems like it comes down to a field goal or overtime or something like that.
Yep.
So, and I think we're pretty evenly matched talent. Well, we're close to evenly matched talent wise. LSU probably has a few more 4 or 5 stars than we got, but uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think we can. I think we can play with them. I do think we can play with them, and we get to play them at home. And Reynolds is going to be rocking, and you know
Yep.
we beat number 4. Why can't we
Yeah.
beat number 8? It
I
makes
agree.
sense, doesn't it? If you beat number 4,
Yeah.
you should be able to beat number 8.
I think that since we beat Tennessee, I think that's gonna bring fans in this week like crazy, and they're gonna be louder than ever. You know, if we'd have lost that game last week, I think that could have been deflating for the fans and the
But
team, everybody. But we didn't, and we won.
well,
And so I
at the same time, most of the
carry.
fans were going into the Tennessee game thinking we were going to lose. Like we had kind of,
Yeah.
oh, here comes a butt whooping.
Yep.
So there were probably a lot of people that got rid of their tickets, or gave them to a family member, or maybe didn't go for that game, and they ended up winning. And I bet you they ain't giving their tickets up this week against LSU. What do you want to bet?
I bet not. Nope. I'm going to give you this. I'll even give you a score.
Okay.
35-31 in double overtime. Give me the Razorbacks.
Double
Boom.
OT, man. Do you
Book it.
realize
Knock it
that
down.
I will have an absolute cardiac arrest if we end up going to 2 overtimes with them?
I don't even know if that score is possible, but
I'll give you a score, man.
34-31. There you go.
I'll say
34-31.
I'll say 24-17. Hogs win.
That's low scoring. Okay. I like
But
it.
I think we should take the same approach. Matter of fact, I believe I don't Bobby, don't call me. We're not on a first name basis or anything like that. But I believe we should take the same kind of approach with the rest of our ball games, the way that we approach Tennessee. I think we need to dominate time of possession. We need to play clean football, no turnovers,
Yep.
limited chances, like trick plays and stuff like that. Ain't no reason to throw 3 or 4 of them in a ball game. All right,
Yep.
one maybe.
Yeah, I like what the defense did too. There was, I don't know if you noticed with the defense in most of the game, they only had 5 guys in the box. They had 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers and 6 DBs, and that worked most of the game. And then, like towards the very end, like maybe the last drive or something, when we got the sack, I think it was the last drive, maybe even they went to 4 down linemen and got more pressure on him, pushed him out of the pocket. That's how he took off running and ran out of bounds and all that. The defense played crazy good, man. If they play like that and can keep us in the game, I saw somebody talking about this too. That said, it's confidence when for the defense, it's a confidence builder when you think that the offense can always score. You know what I mean? It's like, man, if we just get the ball back, they'll score. Like if
Well,
that
yeah,
gives them a certain level of confidence. You know what I mean?
sure, because you're not playing. If you do give up that big play, you're not giving up the ball game. You
Right.
know, but at the same time, your defense can only play lights out like they did against Tennessee when you dominate time of possession and your offense is out there for long, sustained drives. You've
Yeah.
got to it's just like OU, like you said about OU, man. What do you expect when they're out there for, 70% of the ball game and your offense
Yeah.
is out there for 30% of the ball game? That's just not enough rest for your
Yeah.
defense.
And I even saw Landon on that last drive. Man, he was gassed. I mean, he was
Heck
gassed.
yeah, he was, man.
So I mean, and they got like you said, dominated time of possession, and they were still tired. They're not real deep on the defensive line.
No, and
So
I think that's why you saw them go to a 3 front, is because they have a lot more DBs. They're deeper at DB than they are at at the defensive line. So it just makes
that's part of it.
sense.
Yeah.
Just makes
Yeah.
sense, man.
That's part of it. Yeah. And then trying to counter
And
Tennessee offense too.
I love our defensive coordinator. I love this T. Will kid. He is, and I call him a kid. He's a grown man, but he's way younger than me. But I like him, man. I thought that I've thought just about every game that we've been into, our defense. I think we had one game where our defense did not look good, but the rest of them, they've done all right, man. They've done
Yep.
okay.
All right. Well, that's all our SEC picks. We got them all in. I got them wrote down, and that is for week 8. Crazy, week 8 already, bro. Snow.
Yeah, we're halfway through the season. We played 6 ball games. When I say we, I mean the Arkansas Razorbacks. We played 6 ball games, and
Yeah.
we have 6 more left, man. So
The NBA, I'm pretty sure the NBA starts in 8 days.
well, the Thanksgiving Day game's just like 4 weeks away, 5 weeks away.
Yeah.
So hard.
November 4th. I looked at this a while ago is the opening day of college basketball. I was looking to see how many games there were. Because I thought, man, I'll try to watch some of the games, you know what I mean? It was like I scrolled the page. I was like, shoo, choo, choo, choo. It was so many games. Like, holy moly, that's a lot of games.
Yeah. It's about to be the best time of year. Best time of year. So you got Major League Baseball is wrapping up. So you got the playoffs and the World Series about to happen. All right.
Yep.
College football's going on. NFL football's going on. NBA is already playing preseason. November 4th, college basketball kicks off.
Yep.
And it's just like awesome all the way to March, or actually early April. Well, I guess I do watch the NBA or the NBA playoffs and all that. So I guess you can take it all the way into June, or however long. But
yeah, we got all the way to because now we know we did the draft, we did all that stuff. Yeah, we're good, man. Good stuff.
But from here until like the beginning of April, it is just awesome sports. And then it slowly starts to taper off, and it's like, oh, it's kind of dragging, and then boom, it takes off again.
Yeah, I know it. It's kind of a rough month or two there while we're waiting for everything to come back. Well, anyway, if you're out there and you're struggling with your mental health, there is a national hotline number that you can call. That number is 988. If you need someone to talk to, you can call them and talk to them. Don't do life alone.
Yeah, you don't. Not just talk. They'll text with you. They'll video chat with you. They speak a couple of different languages. So, 988. What would that be? That would be that'd be Nueve Ocho Ocho. That's what that would be. Sorry.
I love how you had to count to 9 first. All right, dude.
Spanish is not my bag, man. I know just a few things.
What are you talking about? We took like a year and a half of Spanish in high school. What do you mean? We're fluent.
Actually, I only took a year of Spanish.
I only took a year.
Yeah.
I also took Cherokee in grade school, but I don't remember any of it either. Except for my grandma used to yell at me. That's the only part I remember.
We used to one time I crossed the border actually into Mexico, and all I needed to say was cervezas, por favor. There you go, man. That's all I needed. Of course, I was, a lot younger then too. So
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's for a different show. That is for a different show.
All right, man. Well, enjoy your Tuesday, and I will talk to you tomorrow, man.
All right, man. Hopefully, we can go back to the 5 o'clock,
4 o'clock,
4 o'clock thing. I couldn't remember what time.
Well, we'll talk about that in production. I was gonna ask you about that. So,
okay. All
right. Peace out, man.
Peace, brother.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.